Hello, my name is Dana Louise, and I wrote a book called This Is Gonna Sound Weird. You can find it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and some other places on the web, internet. And in it, I describe my experiences as a contactee that I've had since infancy. So just to tell you, the gray aliens started to show up in when I was still in the crib. And now I'm finally coming out of the cosmic closet and sharing all of these experiences with you. And maybe you've had experiences too. And maybe some of your experiences are similar, and then we can all share them together. How does that sound? All right, so I'm going to start with chapter 5 here, or this is chapter 5. And it's interesting. A lot of times I wrote this book, and then after writing the book, some things have come to light. I don't have all the answers. I have more questions than answers. I'm always questioning, always trying to learn. And this chapter is really only 2 pages, so you're going to hear the whole thing. But there's some information that I have come across from other contactees or people who have had some strange or weird experiences too. So while this chapter takes place, and I wrote it as my memory went, and also as my understanding went when I wrote the chapter, but now I'm at a different place. And now I'm questioning whether or not that this might not have been a flashback to a past life, that this might have been a flash of a memory of being off-world, if that makes any sense to some of you. So anyway, and that's a deeper subject. But let's read chapter 5, the entire chapter. Okay, somewhere in time. Oh, and each of my chapters, I start off with a quote, and this one is from Mary Oliver, and she says, "Keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable." Yes, exactly. All right. We're going to take a break from aliens for a moment. This story is totally different. I can't say how old I was, but I remember my hair was long. I was small, maybe 4 or 5, not much older. And I'm going to say it's about the same time as the previous chapter 4, which was Turtle Island. All right. I think I even wrote that. I should read these first. I think it's the same time that Turtle Island took place. Oh, where did I hear that before? You can say I had a busy life back then. Ain't that the truth? Anyway, it was a glorious spring day. My hair was long and freely flowing behind me as I ran around the backyard playing. For some reason, I had stopped and slowly walked to the side of the house where no one hangs out. Looking down, I examined a patch of landscaping hugging the house. Spring plants were emerging from the newly warmed earth. I paused. It felt weird. My mind was flooded by one thought. Right then, I knew that my body was buried somewhere. An impression of being inside a fresh wooden box came to me. It was plain as day. I can't tell you who I was as a person. It just seemed to be me. Maybe a woman, maybe not. Young, old. All I could feel was that it was me. Where and when this person was? Was this my last incarnation reaching out? Was this a final thought or projection that I had sent? A message from another me? At this time, I had never attended a funeral, nor did I know what death was. I had never seen a casket and probably had never heard of them. I had no previous thought, conception, or fret about death, but I accepted it in this moment. The casket had no lining to speak of, which was likely the practice at that time or by choice. It was constructed of fresh, light-colored pine. How did I know about this box? Panic, dread, or any sort of emotion didn't accompany the thought. It felt happy even though I was dead. Dead. It was like witnessing the inside of this box, and the attached thought was, I'm dead and buried. The moment was so amazing that I remember it to this day. My eyes were staring at the ground, but I could see inside this wooden box there was a body. My body, not a loved one's. You'll hear me speak a number of times about when I get quiet and separate thoughts come to me, visions from elsewhere, probably part of the talent from being made into a tool. LOL. Fresh dirt might have triggered a past life memory. The scent of spring. Each season brings a new experience to a child. It's like being a puppy who forgets that what grass was over the winter. It's all new again. This moment is special to me because either it was a message from a past life or a message from a future me. Doesn't matter. All of time is happening all the time. The past and the future are ongoing with the present. Think of time like a picture book that's about your experiences of life. Each page is a moment. You know? They're all right there in the same book, but you can't see all the pages all the time. If you flip the pages too fast, things get blurred. So we're only allowed to experience time page by page. Separation of time is imperative to our 3D world, or things could never grow or die. It would all be happening at once. All right, so that was chapter 5 of, well, this is going to sound weird. And I don't know, maybe that didn't sound weird enough for you, but trust me, the book gets weird. All right, take care, and I'll see you at chapter 6.